It is power rankings time. Cam is getting involved for the first time. So, Cam, I usually go last, but Kratz will lead off so you can see how he brings it and where he points out something that might get questioned. He'll run through his 1 through 10. Then we'll get your thoughts after that. And we like to make fun of each other after we lay out our 1 through 10. Like, where was this team? Kratz, you go first.
All right. Because AJ's not here, we can enjoy our power rankings. He hates power rankings, so we can enjoy them today. My power rankings go as they have the whole year. It's going to take a lot to take out of the top two. I go Dodgers, Phillies, and now I got the American League, which I didn't have the American League before the top five last time. I'm going Orioles just because I love to see Scott squirm. I think this team's going to do awesome stuff, and I'm buying that Gunnar Henderson's back since the last time we did this. Rangers might be the best team in the American League. I just couldn't put them third yet, so that's fine. Yankees have done nothing but beat the teams that they've played. The D-backs are probably the worst record of those top 8 teams, I think. I just think that the Ketel Marte injury might come back to bite me, having them in the top 6, but I'm fine with it. The Red Sox have proven, and they weren't in my top 10 before, they've proven that they should be because they can swing it. They still can't pitch. The Padres have somehow captured my imagination right now because this offense just absolutely smacks the ball. But what I love is they're running the bases. Defensive team that I have in the top 10 now because they play some elite defense is the Giants. Everybody else on here is pitch, hit, elite, MVP. I don't think the Giants have an MVP candidate on their team, and yet they all pick it. They got gold or possibility of gold everywhere around there, and they're fun to watch. You can't not put a now 8-2 team in your top 10 going 10 games into the season.
Most cool, Cam. I think he's a psycho for putting the Orioles that high. Everybody looks at power rankings a little bit differently, right? You're not going just off the record you see right now. You're going on some recency bias, but not too much. You got to take a grain of salt. But they're 5-6, and their starting rotation is kind of in shambles. You think they're a top 3 team for power rankings? Cam, do you want to pile on with me?
No, I'm just like you said. People look at power rankings differently. And it makes me want to say that was kind of lazy of EK. Like, no, where are we right now? 11 games in. Like, I get if we were going back and talking about beginning of the season, but right now, 11 games in, I love EK. I just feel like this was a little lazy. I feel like it was a little lazy.
I mean,
but the Dodgers,
okay, Cam.
I mean, should I put the Dodgers farther because they're third in their division? Should I put them behind the Padres? And if we're going 10 games in, is that how we're doing it now?
Eric, they're 9-3. The Orioles are 5-6.
They're third place team, Scott.
They split a series with the Blue Jays, the Orioles. They lost a series to the Red Sox. They lost a series to the Royals. They haven't won a series yet. So did you have them in your top 3 before the season started? Like, what vaulted them in the last 2 weeks?
The Braves and the Diamondbacks jumped out, so it just slid up in the bracket.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video. FT fam, you gotta check out what Harry's brings to the table, and I hope that if you're listening to this, you check out the video version of this conversation at some point, because that razor, Erik Kratz, looks like it stands out for multiple reasons.
I mean, I'll take the cover off. All these blades, each one of them ridiculously sharp, makes for a nice smoothness here and up there.
German engineered blades made in their own factory. They stay sharp longer. Okay. You've got customizable delivery options. Harry stands out for the sharpness, for the pricing, for the variety. And you can get a 5-blade razor, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/foul. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's. Normally their trial set's $13 right now. You can get it for just $3 at harrys.com/foul. That's our exclusive FT link. harrys.com/foul for a $3 trial set. And now back to the video.
Just pull it up. let's just pull it up. Let's lay it out. Cam's power rankings right here. Unlike Kratzy, I'm gonna go from 10 down to 1. I've got the Diamondbacks right there. We covered them the other night, Scotty and I. One thing that I still like, even with the Ketel Marte, and the offense hasn't got to where they're gonna go, and they still find a way to manufacture runs. When I look at the starting rotation, I still like the rotation. I know there are some question marks for me in the bullpen, but I had to bump the O's out of 10 because I still like the D-backs' ability to find a way to score runs and win. The Angels, I've got to give the Angels some love right now. I don't know if it's the cell phones, if they're still sticking to it, but right now they are athletic. Mike Trout is healthy. They have one of the better catchers in the game that I think nobody knew about because he was hurt last year, and Logan O'Hoppe. And they have the best backup catcher in baseball in d'Arnaud. And then you look at the athletes around the field. I like what they've done. And then you talk about the rotation. They have a veteran rotation. They have some veteran guys in the back. The law firm of Jensen and Joyce is as nasty as they get right now. So I've got the Angels right there. The Giants, they deserve to be right there because they started off as hot as they were. It took Hunter Green to kind of slow them down. I like what they've done as well. My Tigers, they do a little bit of everything well, right? They're the complete team, and they also have maybe the smartest guy at the helm calling the plays or putting on the hit and runs or managing the bullpen at AJ Hinch. So I love my Tigers right there. I'm with Kratzy. The Mets had to stay right there because, the Mets fan base right now, they are rabid. They believe. And again, last night was fun to watch. They still have something, a mystique about that lineup that I like. The pitching is still somewhat of a question mark. I have the Mets there. Then the Cubs. The Cubs started out slow, and I was sitting here. I was one of those people questioning, what does their identity look like? Well, I'll tell you what their identity is. It's Kyle Tucker. When he goes, the Cubs go. Everything seems to be falling into place when this guy is locked in. And I think looking at that Vladdy deal, he is locked in right now. He is going, show me the money. So I've got the Cubs right there. The Padres, I think the NL West might be the best division in baseball, or you can argue it. The Padres, I think they still have a formidable rotation. We've seen what the back end of their bullpen looks like when you give them a lead. Fernando Tatis is proven, even with the past PED stuff, he's still one of the best players in our game. And then the Yankees. The Yankees, I love what they're doing right now. I love the dynamic. I love the veteran guys that they brought in. I like Goldschmidt, Jazz. They got the torpedo bats going. They've got the internet in a frenzy. We know the starting rotation it's a coin flip right now. It's a coin flip. It's a toss-up. But I like the Yankees. And then the Phillies and the Dodgers, they speak for themselves. I had the Phillies first. But when I look at it, the Phillies kind of always do this, right? They win during the regular season. But when it matters, the Dodgers are still the bee's knees. So that is what a power ranking should look like, boys.
Excuse me, I have a question. I just want to ask again something about the Angels. It's less hate on the Angels, just like, do they deserve to be in the top 10 yet? And yes, I go more off projections still mixed in with what things are looking like right now. I mean, Fangraphs, including the current record, has them projected to be a 77-win team. I'll keep it real simple on my Angels question. Why the Angels and not the Rangers, who are 8-3, and I don't see on this list?
Yeah, and you know what? That is where I dropped the ball. Now that I look at my list, I probably, and I still honestly, what I would do is I'll probably still bump the D-backs out, and I would still leave the Angels at 10. And I would still probably put the Rangers in the top 5 right now. Now that I look at it, players mess up, but still, I like what the Angels are doing now. I'm giving them credit for what they are doing in these first 11.
I was stewing this morning, working on it. So we're going to start with the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Padres. I was the high guy on the Padres entering the season, so I'm going to push them up a few spots. I had them firmly in my top 10 to start the year. The hot start. I'm buying into the pitching, starting, bullpen. Obviously, the stars look like stars. Jackson Merrill looks like he's going to be the guy from last year, so I'll put them in the 3 spot here. Some of you might look at this later on and comment, well, the Phillies just beat the Dodgers in a series. Okay. Again, I'm not going off one series here. Relax. The Dodgers won the World Series. We're 2 weeks into the season. Mets look pretty good. Kodai Senga had a really nice outing yesterday. I get it. It was the Marlins. Tyler McGill looks like he's bringing what he had last year. They've got some starters out right now, but they're off to a nice start. The Mets are 7-3. I got to get a 5-6 team in there because Kratz said so. I'm not going to go with 2 5-6 teams, but I will take the Diamondbacks at the 5 spot. There's nothing I'm looking at right now telling me that they're not going to be a version of last year's team plus Corbin Burns. I know Ketel Marte's out for a little bit. Corbin Carroll's back. Offense looks really good. Detroit, 6-4, got swept to start the season by a hot Dodgers team. I really like the Tigers. If Torkelson's back and Casey Mize finally has his breakout season, sign me up. Texas, 8-3, looking good. Injuries, I would say, scarier on their side than most other teams. DeGrom, obviously Young's already out, but I really like them. Yankees at 6-4, offense is off to a really nice start. They're the Torpedo Boys, Jazz, Volpe, etc., even Trent Grisham. I have them right over Boston, 6-5. This is my first time putting them in the top 10 here in 2025 because the offense looks legit. Willier Brady looks insane. Devers is already back. I'm worried about the back half of the bullpen. Yanks have a better bullpen right now. Atlanta's still in there for me. I'm not just going to kick them completely out of my top 10 because they're off to a slow start and Lopez is out. Strider sounds like he could be back in the next week or two. Acuna Jr. is going to be back in 3 to 4 weeks. And I still think this team is going to level out. So there's my top 10. Cam, make fun of it since Kratz is too nice.
You know what? The only one I kind of question is the Braves move. But they do still have so many weapons in that lineup. The only thing that worries me, I think that the X factor for me is Olsen. I think, we've seen a Matt Olsen in Oakland where it was feast or famine. Like, we've seen the ups and downs and, so I think he's the X factor for me and their pitching staff. I don't see it. Like, if a team that has the Braves on that, on the schedule, I'm running to the back rack. Like nobody scares me right now in that rotation.
What?
Except for
Stop
Chris
it.
Except for
oh, really?
Chris Sale
really?
Scares me.
Spencer Schwellenbach, that's an easy AB.
Listen, I'm just telling you, like, you might not see him. I just
You just said Sale. Okay, Sale is this Cy Young winner.
I don't know. Like,
Schwellenbach looks like another step.
The bullpen doesn't scare me either. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. I like Washington over the Braves right now.
I think AJ Smith-Shawver is going to break out too. Yes. Oh, who you calling?
Oh, no. Buster called me. Buster Posey called me and said, I put together a baseball team. I thought Scott was a big baseball fan. I put together, what did you say? Oh, I put together a good baseball team, not an analytic darling, and you don't want to put me in your top 10. All right, Scott, well, what'd you? Oh, but you said he's got nice biceps. Okay, I'll tell him, Buster. Thank you.
Yeah, no, wait, hold on. Just text him, say it's called, it's a website. It's new. It's called toosoon.com. 8-2. Relax, Buster. Toosoon.com.
Sorry,
Next power rankings if you're still in this spot.
I thought you were a baseball fan. I thought you were old school, Scott. I thought you were old school, but you're not. It's okay.
I'm not. I'm mid school.
I know what it takes to win, but don't worry about it.
The Braves are projected to win 88 games despite the slow start. Clearly, I'm already the high guy on the Braves. I don't think this is a bad team. Tell me where I missed. So you think that I should have the Braves out and the Giants in? You think the Giants are a better team this year than the Braves? Because I don't.
I don't know if you missed. I don't know if you actually missed. I just think I don't know if the Mets are 4 for me. I think that I like the lineup. The Mets lineup. Pete Alonso looks. I don't know. The D-backs at 5 is a little tough for me. I think the Tiger. I like the Tiger. I like the Rangers. I missed the Rangers in my rankings, but you're right. You sold me on the Rangers. I just think it's the order. I think these teams are everybody but the Braves is okay. I don't think the Braves should be in the top. I don't think they deserve today to be in the top 10.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.